What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. My name's Adam, and I'm with OrlandoDrummer.com. Today we're learning a really cool gospel groove, and the reason I'm calling this a gospel groove is because it's going to be orchestrated between a closed hi-hat and our toms. It's also linear, and it sounds good at a high speed. So those are all traits that you see quite a bit in any type of gospel drumming. So the first thing that we need to do whenever we're learning any new linear groove is take a look at the linear pattern itself. So the linear pattern that we're going to be learning today is kick, right, kick, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left. But before we talk about any orchestrations or where these notes are going to go, let's learn to play that linear pattern as a groove just between our kick, snare, and hi-hat. I'm going to take those single lefts that fall on the downbeats of 2 and 4, and we're going to place those on the snare drum accented. Every other note in this groove that we play with our hands is going to go to a closed hi-hat, and the kicks will just stay the same. Let's give this a shot at 3 different speeds. Once we get this down, we'll move on to orchestrations. Alright, if this groove is feeling alright, the next thing to do is to talk orchestration. So we're going to go through these notes one at a time. In beat 1, we have kick, right, kick. Those 2 rights are both going to be played on the hi-hat. The first right is going to be closed on the hi-hat, and the second right is going to be open. In beat 2, we have left, kick, right, left. Now that left we're already used to playing on the snare drum as our backbeat, and we're going to keep that there. But the right lefts that happen in beat 2, those are going to be orchestrated right hand on our rack tom and left hand on a closed hi-hat. In beat 3, we have a similar pattern, kick, right, kick. Now those right lefts are going to be orchestrated right hand on the floor tom, left hand on a closed hi-hat. And that's actually all that we're going to do for orchestration for now. We're going to play the next note, which is the downbeat of 4, and that's a left hand. So we're going to stop right there for now. That way we don't have to continue with the next orchestration. So let's play this groove at 3 different speeds. We're going to play the groove with an orchestration up until the downbeat of 4 and stop there, and then we'll start it over again. Let's give it a shot. Alright, so if we have a good understanding of the first orchestration, we're ready to move on to the second. Now, this one can be a little bit difficult to understand at first because the orchestration that we're going to be learning between the bell and the toms actually happens over top of a bar line. So we're going to begin this orchestration in beat 4, and we're going to continue it into beat 1. So we're going to play our old orchestration between the toms and a closed hi-hat all the way up until the downbeat of 4. Now, when we have that downbeat of 4, the only thing left in beat 4 is a kick, right, left. And that's where we're going to begin our second orchestration. So we're going to have our kick drum, and then for the last 2 notes in beat 4, those right lefts, we're going to play that right on our bell and left on our rack tom. Now we're going to continue back to beat 1, which is a kick, right, left, kick. That's going to be orchestrated kick, right on the bell, left on our floor tom. And then that takes us into beat 2, where we're going to go back to the first orchestration. So you can see the first time that you start playing this groove is going to be a little bit different than when you start repeating it. Now, I know it can be a little bit difficult to wrap your head around at first, this idea that the orchestrations, or where we're playing it, has to take us over the bar line. But here's the best way to remember it. In beat 1, the first time you start, when you do those 2 rights on the hi-hat, that's the only time you're going to play it that way. Every other time, beats 2 and 3 are going to be the orchestrations between our tom and our closed hi-hat, and beats 4 and 1 are going to be orchestrations between the bell and the toms. So this sets itself up to loop very, very nicely. It's just a little awkward when you first begin, because you need to start beat 1 with something that's unique and sets the groove off with the right feel. Let's give this a shot at 3 different speeds. I'm going to stop each time after I play it so you can see where the groove begins and where it ends. Thanks so much for checking out this lesson, guys. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can leave them here in the comments section, or you can get a hold of me through Facebook at facebook.com/TheOrlandoDrummer. If you want to see this groove played in context, best place to check it out is the drum music video that I have on my channel for Usher's single. It's called Go Missing. In the bridge of that song, I play this groove at a pretty high tempo, and that's what actually gave me the idea to teach it. I had a lot of good feedback from that, and I'm glad you guys like it so much. Thanks so much, guys. I will see you soon.